Hi everyone, welcome to Moment with Vanessa. So today I'll be telling you a story about, okay, I'll call him a colleague. Some years back I had a project to run, and running this project I needed to recruit new set of people to work with me. So when I recruited these people, it was like I knew everything. I needed to teach, train people. I train people, but when while working with these people, I discovered one particular young man. He is very intelligent, very committed, and very loyal. And I decided to, you know how you want to replicate yourself. I spent extra time teaching him everything I knew. Nothing. Nothing. I wasn't holding back. With him, I wasn't holding back. I was trying to pour out everything. And every time I'll tell him, as I train you, please train other people. I want to be able to travel while we do this business. I don't want to tie all my life here without me. Nothing works. So I want you all to learn so I can travel while you run the business. And you can also go and leave. I don't like people working and they can't go and leave. You know how some people say they've not been on leave, gone on leave for 3 years because without them nothing can happen. See, if anybody tells you you are important, you are killing yourself because one day anything goes wrong, that company would continue. And you who think you're feeling you're indispensable, forget it. You really don't have to withhold knowledge to be indispensable. You can share knowledge yet be indispensable. Yes, if I want to send anyone abroad to go study based on the business and come back, I will not send someone who's indispensable. I'll send someone that I know can share knowledge. So I hope you're beginning to understand some things. So back to the story. So I told the young man that whenever I teach you, try and teach other people. But by the time the business started, I realized that without this young man, nothing happens. It's either he's around or I'm around. If I go out, it's all about him. If he's not around, I am pressured. And I said, no. The reason why I taught you is that you can teach someone else. I want us to, no, I can't. I do not like pressure. One, I do not like anything revolving around me. Two, and I do not like the fact that we cannot actually have space because everything is about us. So I told him, young man, I'm giving you 2 weeks leave. He said, no, what did I do? I said, you didn't do anything. I'm giving you 2 weeks leave. But before these 2 weeks, you're taking this week, you're going to train someone for me. I'm giving you two people. Train this one on this part of the job, train this one on this part of the job. And then when you train two of them, take 2 weeks leave because I want to watch them do your work without you. He felt, I could see he was sulking. I called him, I said, you think my decision is wrong? I said, no, young man, I'm helping you. You think it's funny that everybody can go off, you can't go off. Everybody's running shift, you can't run shift because without you nothing happens. No, young man, it's not going to work. I don't train people like that. That's not success for me. So you're taking this leave. While you take this leave, other people who you have taught would show what they have learned, and you would come and you'll be proud of yourself. So you'll be a proud leader. He said, okay, man. Gave him these two people. He trained them, and when the next week came, I told him to go on leave. He called me on Sunday. I said, ma, am I coming to work tomorrow? He said, no, you're on leave. I said, are you sure you've trained him? He said, yes, ma. I said, go on leave. I don't even need to come and test whether you trained because I know I trained you well, and I'm sure if they don't know, it's either you did not train them or they don't want to know, then I know what next to do. He said, no problem, and he left. And I told him, they won't be calling your number, so just, you can ignore their calls, don't worry, just go on your leave. And that next Monday, I called one of them, and I said, do this for me, and before I even got to the office, I saw she has done it. This young man has done it. I was smiling, I was so happy. And for the whole 2 weeks, I didn't have to call him for one day. These guys were truly doing what he taught them. And why was I proud? I didn't teach these guys, he taught them. I taught him, he taught these people. Which means if we continue, these two can teach another set of people. And so with that, you know that there is something called succession planning. When I'm not there, he can take over. If he's not there, someone else can take over. And that's the beauty of leadership. I know, especially in Nigeria, we enjoy being indispensable. We enjoy knowing that without us, nothing works. Whoever told you that is a good life, the person deceived you. There is beauty in your ability to recreate yourself, to replicate yourself. It's very, very important. Legacy, what is legacy? It's your ability to leave something behind and somebody continues it. But who can continue a thing they know nothing about? When the Bible says write a vision, make it plain that they may run. The Bible does not say you would write it or run. Say they may run and not faint. So if you truly are running a project, you have a vision, you are a leader, you must be a visionary leader. You should be able to have people who can do things the way you will do it. You should be able to look at people, and somebody can look at this person and say, so person trained this person. That's what makes you a good leader. And the young man came after 2 weeks and he realized that there was no calling him. He started feeling somehow. I called him to my office and I said, "Are you feeling insecure?" He said, "Man, there's nothing left for me to do." I said, "Really?" He said, "There's nothing left for you to do. Will you call back the people you trained, congratulate them for doing well, then take back the job and share it amongst 3 of you?" He said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Yes." I said, "I didn't do this to spite you. I did this for you to know that what you have is enough to go round." And he said, "Okay, ma." I said, "And I want you to take this anywhere you go to in life. Don't ever enjoy being indispensable. It's beautiful to be indispensable at the beginning of a thing, but after then, start replicating people. Look out for people that you know, when I teach this one will do well. When I teach this one, I've seen this one, I've seen the character in this one. When I teach him, I can depend on him. The reason why I taught is because I know I can depend on you. You will not become, a God that will be looking for up and down. And you have been amazing to me. That's why I want you to teach someone that you know will be amazing to you." Now, let me bust your bubble. One of those 2 people today is his wife. Yes, that's a secret. But the truth is, what am I saying is, there is beauty in leading people, in teaching people, in sharing knowledge. As much as you want to be indispensable and so you don't lose your job. Who told you that when you teach people, when people know what you know, you lose your job? Who told you that? You only lose your job when they know what you know and you are no longer efficient in any way. As long as you're still efficient, every company wants to keep someone that can replicate chains of good people. So nobody should tell you that indispensability is the best. Leaders are not indispensable. Good leaders can have flocks of followers who they can say, handle this, and they are sure. So please, I'm begging you all, from this story, I know you must have learned something. In your office, in the church, as a church leader, in your compound, maybe you are made to head an estate or whatever. Being indispensable don't make you special. It will make you get weary, get drowned. Because whether you like it or not, at some point, somebody will come and the person will learn from somewhere else, not you. And the person will do better than you. And at the same way you've been indispensable, that's the way you'll be dropped. So I hope with this 3 points of mine, you've been able to learn that teaching, sharing is part of leadership. Indispensability is not. God bless you. Once again, Momentum Vanessa. Do not forget to subscribe, share, like. I love you all.